to talk about sidewalks. I've been affected by the lack of sidewalks in populated areas for a lot of my life, and it's getting really aggravating, so I'm starting to speak up. The big problem here is the lack of sidewalks in areas where children and people walk and do daily activities, and there's a big lack of sidewalks, and it's very dangerous, and it's impacting a lot of our lives here. Local example 1, River Road. River Road is under development all the time, but there's still a large stretch that is also underdeveloped as well. It's lacking paved sidewalks and intersections as well. Many of the people that live there have no sidewalks and are forced to walk on the side of the road. Local example number 2, landfall. Many of the roads and corners in landfall have no sidewalks or anywhere to walk at all. So it's really hard to get outside and walk without getting hit by some old person. Local example number 3, here's a good example, downtown Wilmington. It's on both sides of the road, there's sidewalks, and there's always marked intersections. So walking on the side is very safe, and you don't have to worry about getting hit. Another good example is New York. New York is great when it comes to their sidewalks. There's large sidewalks on both sides of the roads. There's always timed intersections, and it's also the button thing where you press it and it tells you when you can walk across. That's also another really good innovation. Good example number 2 is Boston. They sometimes have snow, like an example, but they always keep the intersections free of snow so you can always see where you're walking, and also they have sidewalks on both sides of the roads too. Why we need sidewalks? There's a lot of reasons why we need sidewalks. It improves our communities, it makes them look better, and it also connects us. By connecting us, we can also build better communities and also get places easier. The dangers. Most pedestrian car crashes that involve cars going over 30 miles per hour have a 50% chance of death. And the older you are, the higher that percentage actually is. Reasons why. Many areas are underdeveloped and actually reject the idea of sidewalks. They want to keep that sort of recluded area sort of setting instead of that urban setting with all the sidewalks and people outside. So here's some human versus car sort of things. Humans aren't the most resilient sort of people. You know, if you get hit by your car, you're kind of going to go splat. So that's another big reason why we need the sidewalks. Accidents happen. So a lot of the accidents actually do involve unpaved roads and people not actually paying attention to where they're driving or where they're going, and also they neglect what time of day they are actually walking, so they're not seen. The fatality rates. According to CNBC, around 6,227 people were killed last year. That was a 250% increase from 2007. The percentage of fatalities increased by 41% by 2007, and they take up 16% of all traffic injuries or fatalities. According to the FHA, the Federal Highway Association, around 11,000 people are injured each day, and that involves them using their phones, so it's not just texting and driving. How it affects you. Has anyone here actually been affected by this? Can you raise your hand? There we go. All right. So I'm also affected by this as well. It's really hard, especially in landfall with the tight and narrow curves. Sidewalks, what I'm going to do. So if there is no sidewalks, there's 2 decisions. It's either you don't walk at all, because it's actually really dangerous, or you could always drive to a local park or area that actually had sidewalks. How to stay safe, walkers and bikers. But the best way to stay safe is to be vigilant. Make sure all areas around you are safe to either ride on or turn in, like let's say intersections. Make sure you look both ways before crossing the roads and the basics. How to stay safe for drivers. Really, it's a mutual shared responsibility. You both have to be vigilant and also watch. Always be ready for someone to be walking across the road at any time. Other benefits. There's also a lot of other benefits to sidewalks. They get rid of those pesky maintenances that probably use a lot of your time. They provide more comfort to people walking and biking, and it provides better drainage, so whenever you drive through that puddle, you don't get destroyed. What you can do, there's a lot of things you can do, but the most effective thing you can actually do is sign a petition and give it to maybe your local congressperson or someone running so they can actually do a change and advocate for more sidewalks. I'm Michael Leary, and thank you for my